going on, you guys? So today's video is going to be a how to make battle ropes. If you watched my home gym tour, you would see that I actually have battle ropes, but what I didn't tell you guys is that I actually made them myself. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll put a card up there as well as a link in the description for you to watch it after this. Let's get to it. Alright you guys, so before we start the video, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I make videos on fitness gear, to workouts, pretty much what I do, all around fitness. So if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and subscribe. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is gonna be my little demonstration. How you would start is you would get your ropes and you would put it around something. I'll put it around this, so this is pretty much what I did. You're gonna double it up depending on how thick your rope is. So my rope is about the width of my fingernail, right? So I doubled it up to get a pretty thick rope. I wanted it to be heavy. If I were to do it just with 4 strands like this, it would be about this thick, which really isn't enough. So if you wanted to make it thicker, you would double up each rope. So I wanted about 50 feet worth of battle rope, so I cut it to about 200 feet. Why? Because what you end up doing is you end up putting it around wherever you choose, and you do about half. So now let's say this was 100 feet and this was another 100 feet. This would be one single strand, and you would do this 4 times. So I would have another strand over here, another strand over here, and then another strand, right? And you would use 2 as 1 strand. I suggest putting tape around it just so you can keep track of which is which, or else you're gonna have a lot more untangling to do. Let's say you wanted your rope to be 50 feet long and you weren't doubling it up. You would do 100 feet. Why? Because it's gonna shorten as you tie it up by about half. You wanna have too much rope than not enough, because if you don't have enough and you did all that work, either you're gonna have to like fuse ropes together, or you're just gonna have to start on a new one. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go 2 over, 1 under. And it doesn't matter which one you choose to start. I could have chosen any one. The rope is gonna start to form. So since I did my left side first, now I'm gonna do my right side. So 2 over, if you can see, I'm going over these 2 right here, right? So 2 over and 1 under, right? And you want to kind of keep track of your separate strands, right? So you don't want them to be like this. Once you make the knot, you want it to be tight, right? You don't want it to be like loose or anything, or else you're gonna lose track of where you are. So since I just did my right side, now I'm gonna do my left side. And you can see the rope has already started to form. I'm about to, I guess you can say, fuse this one into the actual main rope that we're tying. So now, since I left off on my right side, I'm gonna go with my left side, right? So 2 over and 1 under. And you're gonna keep doing that. So now my right side, 2 over, and you see right there how I kind of let them go. You want to go right back to where you were and tie it up again. So 2 over and 1 under. Now the left side, 2 over, 1 under. Right side, 2 over, 1 under. And once you get good at it, you can go pretty fast. The only problem you'll have is that the ropes will start to tangle up here. So it's better if you have someone at the end helping you untangle each one as you go. It's better to untangle them as you go, because it's kind of a thing of slow and steady wins a race. Now, let's say you messed up and you couldn't find your spot, because this will happen. So right now I can tell that this one is the one that I left off with. Why? Because it's the highest one up. If you can tell, they're all stopping around right here, and this one's all the way up here. Let's say you have something like this. They're all kind of stopping around the same length, but if you flip it around, then you'll know that this one is the one you left off with. So that's how you can kind of tell which one you left off with. I wanted my rope to be perfect, but once you mess up and you already have about 10 feet of rope, you're not gonna go back and start all over again. Once you know that, okay, I messed up, I'm gonna start fresh. Let's say I totally let go of it, right? I have no idea where I'm at and I messed up. I would pick it up and I will just choose whichever one. I'm gonna go 2 under and 1 over. 2 over, 1 under is the same thing as 2 under, 1 over. 2 under, 1 over. 2 under, 1 over. 2 under, 1 over. And you see, I started a whole new strand, right? Once you finish with your ropes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some duct tape, and I'm just gonna put duct tape right here, and I'm just gonna tape it up. If you wanted to, I was thinking of getting shrink tubing, I feel like that would work too, but you would probably have to get one that's thick enough. So you would just tape it up, and if you were doing shrink tubing, I think it would be a little nicer. So you would just slip it on and then heat shrink it to the size of this. And then you're just gonna kind of squish it, make sure it's all gonna stay in place. And you would kind of do it to the width of your hand, just so you actually have a handle for you to grab on. And then what you would do is you would cut this off. So you would cut each one, and then you would burn it, right? So you would, I think it's called singeing. So you would singe down the rope. So let's say I was burning it, I would just use a surface that you don't mind damaging to flatten it out and to pretty much make all these into one. And then, since you did put it around something, so I put it around this when I was making it. So once you're done tying this end, you would come to the other end, right? And you would do the same thing. You would get some duct tape, and I'm just using a small piece because I don't want to waste my tape, but you would do the same thing. You would tie another handle, right? Again, to the width of your hand to make another handle. So let's say this right here was 50 feet long, right? So you would have your two handles of duct tape, and once you did this, you would cut each rope right here, and you would do the same thing that you did on this side. You would start burning it and pretty much making them all into one rope. And once you do that, you're pretty much done with your battle rope. All right, guys, so hopefully you guys learned something from this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you still have any questions left, I'll be in the comment section answering any of your guys' questions, so drop them below. If you guys want to check out that home gym tour review, there's a card up there as well as a link in the description. Other than that, you can click over there to watch another video, and you can click over there to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.